This is something special. This right here different. This is no ordinary pound cake. No ordinary pound cake. What's up, internet? It's your girl Breezy back for another episode of the Black Girl Baking Show. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I filmed one, and you know, things have happened. Life's been interesting, but I'm back, and I'm smiling, and I'm here by the grace of God. So we're gonna do something fun. Quick story time. Sometime last year, my mom was baking some peach cobblers, and when she was done putting the peach cobblers into their little crusts, there was a lot of excess juice left over. Y'all know what I'm talking about when you make peach cobbler? Like, there's a lot of the sweet, syrupy, like spiced and buttered up filling, but you don't want to put too much of it in the pies because then it'll be super runny and like it won't be no peaches. It'll just be cobbler. What part of it is a cobbler? I don't know. Not important. She'd been just throwing it out, and one day I said, "Hey Ma, hold on to that for me. I got an idea, I think." And I sat with it for probably 2 months. And I was just trying to think about what could I use this in or on. I could put it on ice cream, sure, but I feel like that's not the best use for it. On biscuits, maybe? Is that weird? And then one day it dawned on me. Like manna from heaven, God gave me an idea, and I said, oh, peach cobbler pound cake. Catch it, hold on, stay with me now. Use the peach cobbler filling in the pound cake, mix it in there, because I don't like fruit that's cooked into breads. I feel like it tastes gross, it gets like squishy, and then when it cools off, it's a weird texture. So peach cobbler, you know, the essence of peaches, the essence of cobbler, put that into pound cake, Black's beloved dessert. Use the same peach cobbler juice, make a glaze with it, pour it on top. Come on, you can't tell me that's not a great idea. It's genius, right? I know. Hold on. Sorry, piece of hair in my mouth. So without further ado, let's get into it. First things first, you want to take 1.5 cups of butter, which is, I'm sorry, that's not right. 3/4 cup of butter. And let me add this before I do anything else. I'm just gonna make a small loaf of pound cake. I'm not gonna do the whole like bundt cake thing because it's just too much. I'm trying to work out and, you know, eat well and stuff. I don't need all that cake laying around. So I'm just doing a little loaf, okay? Then you want to take 1.5 cups of white granulated sugar, pour that on in there, cream those two together. I'm gonna add in 3 whole eggs. Once that's all mixed in, I'm gonna take 2 teaspoons of vanilla flavoring and pour that in. Now, there's something special about this vanilla that I have right here. This vanilla in my hands that I hold ever so preciously was made by one of my friends at church. Shout out to Yasanda. You make vanilla extract by cutting open vanilla beans, and then you stick them in a jar with some vodka, and you let them soak and sit and sit and soak and soak and sit and sit and soak for weeks. Until finally, you have fresh vanilla extract, and it smells strong, baby. Even got a few beans in there. Pour it up. Watch it all fall out. So once you mix that in, I'm gonna take this and set it aside for the moment and come back to it. What I have here is 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm gonna add some salt, some baking powder, some cinnamon, and some nutmeg, because like I said, this is gonna be a peach cobbler pound cake, baby. And even though there's already spices in the peach cobbler filling, I just want to add a little extra, so you know for sure, oh, this is something special. This right here different. This is no ordinary pound cake. And just whisk it very vigorously. I want there to get a lot of air in there. I'm supposed to sift it. I'm not doing that. Why? Because I don't follow directions. But I'm gonna whisk it very well, get a little air in there, break apart all the pieces, and hope that that's good enough. I mean, it's a pound cake, so you don't really need it to be light and fluffy. Pound cakes are supposed to be dense and heavy cakes. I'm not too worried about it. Now bring back the other mixture, and you're just gonna add the flour mixture into the wet mixture. Now you see how dry and emaciated that batter is? Just, I mean, stiff. That's not how you want it to look. So then you take a 1/4 cup of sour cream, because that's what makes it nice and moist. You like for your pound cakes to be dense, but you don't want them to be dry, okay? I've had many a dry pound cake in my day, not from my mama, but elsewhere. You also want to take this opportunity to mix in your peach cobbler filling. Now you'll notice about my peach cobbler filling, there's little chunks of peach in there. You can see the cinnamon there. Pour that right on in there on top. Woo, doggy! And mix that all together. I forgot to preheat my oven. Preheat your oven to 325, but do it before now when I'm doing it. Now you're gonna take the zest of 1 lemon and just sprinkle it in there. You just sprinkle it in, you know? This will just give it a little extra flavor. With a lot of things, when you add flavorings in them, you're always like, oh, what is that? That's good. What? This is one of those things where you're like, oh, that's nice, but what? There's something little hidden underneath, discreetly hidden there. Lemon zest. It's gonna give it a little extra something. Now I'm gonna pop these out, because at this point I'm kind of over mixing it and I don't want anything bad to happen to my batter. So I'm just gonna take my spatula and just mix it in, nice and gently. Yay! It's so pretty, y'all. I'm gonna slide this to the corner real quick. And now for greasing my pan, which is always my least favorite part of any of this. Then take a little bit of flour and sprinkle it on in there and just tap, and it should move around for you. Now once it's coated, you want to turn it over a sink or a trash can and hit the rest of it out. Now I'm gonna take my batter, tip it over, pour it out. It's a heavy bowl though, so I gotta, there we go. And just pour it into your loaf pan. There we go, then smooth it out just a little bit. You don't have to do too much work because it'll all even itself out, truth be told. And that's the pound cake. Now I gotta wait for the rest of my oven to preheat because I forgot to do it until like the last 2 steps. But once the oven preheats, I'll stick it in there, bake it for about 45 minutes probably, and then we'll see what's up. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and make my peach cobbler glaze. So all that is a cup of powdered sugar, a little bit of my special vanilla flavoring. It's gonna pour in, I don't know, some. Okay, that's good. And here I come again with my peach cobbler sauce. Truth be told, I don't know how much I should pour in, so I'm just gonna like do some and see what happens. Now I'm the kind of person that likes my glaze usually a little bit on the thicker side. I don't like a super thin and watery glaze. I feel like it's not even there. I like my glaze to have a little thickness to it, some yams, you know. So now I wait. So the, almost called a hummingbird cake, pound cake is out. It's been sitting out for about 15 minutes just so it's cool enough to flip out of this pan, which is what I'm gonna try to do next. So I'm gonna take my knife, run it around the edges, because even though I grease the pan, things happen and it might stick, you never know. Then I'm gonna take a wire cooling rack, flip it upside down. What? Flip it upside down. Flip it upside down. Flip that upside down. Shake it and hopefully it comes out. Lord, please, let this come out. There we go. I'll take it. That ain't bad. Then take another one, right on bottom, flip it that way, and voila. So I'm gonna take this piece of foil and just put it right underneath the pound cake. Then I'm gonna take the glaze that I made a while back and I'm gonna halfway pour, halfway paint on the glaze, because I like my glaze to just cover the whole thing. I like a good hefty glazing now, so. So ordinarily you'd let this sit for, I don't know, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that the glaze can kind of crust over a little bit. I ain't got time for that. I'm sleepy, I'm tired, I'm hungry. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut into it and get my piece of pound cake going. Personally, I never like to eat the butt of pound cakes. You know how in a loaf of bread, you know, you call the ends, I call the ends a butt. Still butts, even though it's pound cake and it's good. I don't like the butts, so I'm gonna cut off the butt. But you can get a first glimpse at what it's looking like on the inside if you want to see that. Still nice and dense, got pretty coloring. You might see some flecks of the peaches in there, but no peach chunks because hot fruit is gross. So now I'm gonna cut an actual piece. Now, if you like to jazz it up and make it sexy, you can put a little dollop of ice cream on the side. You can drizzle some more of the peach cobbler juice if you would like, but I think this is just enough. I want to get the full raw taste of the pound cake, unadulterated by extra things. I love it. I think it's so good. It's pound cake, so you get the denseness, I like things that have a little bit of an edge to them and crust, so you get the bottom edge, you get the side edge, you got the glaze on top. You got the flavor of cinnamon and nutmeg and holidays and grandma's house and Christmas. But you have the feel of pound cake, which is the cake of our people. It's great. So if you too have had excess peach cobbler juice that you've just been throwing away, you're welcome. Problem solved. To rate this on a scale of 1 to 5, I would give this an easy 5. Easy 5. It's delicious. Well, I think that's all I got for today. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you spending time with me, watch me make pound cake. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the stuff you know to do. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.